What's up everyone? So today's video, we're finally getting to something that we've wanted to for a while, and we're working on a Chevy project and we have the grill on the ground. And the reason is because we have these two light bars from JDMaster and we're gonna be installing them and trying to figure out how to put them in and behind the grill. So the idea is we're gonna put one light bar there and the other light bar there. We're just gonna have to figure out how we're gonna fit it back there, what we're gonna have to trim, and what kind of brackets. But first, let's crack open these two boxes and see what we got as far as light bars. We have a 180 watt light bar and we also have a 150. So these things are gonna be pretty dang bright. So should be pretty cool. Let's crack them open, see what we got.
It's so damn bright. So easy.
Okay, so here's what we have. We have this big beefy one. This is the 180 watt one. It's a double row LED light bar, and then we have this other one. It's pretty slick, JDMaster of course, and it's a single row. And what we have here is on the end we have these clips, which is pretty cool. Plug and play clips on both of them. And they also gave us this wiring harness, which has plug and play clips on the end, and it's a relay harness. It's got a fuse, inline fuse. It's got a positive, a negative, so this should be pretty simple to hook up. Throw this on our battery, and it also has this nice little switch we can run to the inside of the cab so we can turn these on. But we also have brackets, which again, we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna mount this stuff. But in the meantime, we can hook this up and just see how ridiculously bright it's gonna be before we get to mounting it. So let's just hook these up just for fun at nighttime and see how bright this stuff is. So this is gonna be super temporary, but I do just wanna see how it's gonna look. I'm just gonna throw the negative on the negative terminal and the positive on the positive, and then we'll hook up the lights. So here is pitch black, boom. This is just those light bars. There they are. Jeez, that is insane. Wow. Okay then. So they're extremely bright, guys. Words can't even describe. I mean, we have all the lights off right now, and this is what we're getting just from these light bars. So, and they're not aimed in any particular direction. They're kind of aimed high. Of course, you can see that big white spot way up there. But I mean, it's pitch black in here. And just so you guys get the full effect, this is with the lights in the garage turned on, and that's just how bright everything is. Again, it's pretty crazy. So we're gonna figure out how we're gonna mount it, and then we'll do a little bit of planning here, and then we'll get back to you just in a minute here once we're done planning. All right, so right now Omar is removing this piece here. It's kind of like this just ducting, but it is getting in our way just slightly, because you'll notice here at the top of the grill, it has this spot which doesn't seem to serve too much of a purpose, but it has this spot here that kind of dips down, and this is right where our top or upper light bar is gonna end up, and the lower light bar is gonna end up here. And what we ended up doing over here, in order to fit this, we're just mocking it up right now, but we did have to take out just a section of the grill support. So you'll notice, like I was showing you guys earlier, there's these two spots here. This thing is still secure, but there was some bracing that ran from here to here, and we just trimmed it out, and I'll show you the piece that we removed. So it wasn't anything structural, and like I said, the grill support is still there, but this was the piece we ended up removing out of here, which went like so. So this was the piece that we ended up taking out, like I was saying, and it kind of just went like that and went to this brace here. But it was right perfectly in the way of where our light bar wanted to go. We removed this, there wasn't anything attached to it, and this part of the grill support still bolts in, as you can see right there, and it's plenty strong. So this is where we're gonna put our upper light bar, and we still have to come up with a bracket solution for it. But for now, like I said, we're just mocking it up, and then the lower light bar will sit there. Once he removes these push clips, so these are just those push clips, the same as removing the grill, and he's just popping out the center, and then this whole thing will come off, and we'll just be left with the grill. So we're gonna get that off and move to the next step. So here's the thing we removed. It's just this kind of ducting, like I was saying, and we shouldn't have any issues with cooling once that's all out. It doesn't really do too much except for channel the air, but it's not gonna make a big difference. So now that that's off, we can probably mock up the grill. make sure everything fits, and then start coming up with a bracket solution. So here's the grill, mocked up. Yeah, it looks like she's gonna fit. I don't know if you want to clip that in right now, but otherwise you'll never get off. That's gonna look pretty cool back there.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, is it gonna clear?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's clipped in, but you don't want to clip it in too much. That's fine. There she is. So you can see the light bar hanging out back there. And we'll get some brackets made up. And the bottom one definitely clears because it's way back there, but the top one was the one that's was giving us a bit of clearance issues, but we got it back there now. So we'll continue with the mock-up and get it dialed in. Okay, so this is what we ended up coming up with, guys. We got our bracketry. It's not the fanciest thing, I'll admit, but it does work. The light bars are stable here. Got the JDMaster logo. And it is super trick once we put the actual grill back in, which I'll show you in a second. So as far as the bottom one here, all we did was put it into the rad support. It's plastic. We just kind of tapped it in, and that sat there perfectly. The brackets that it came with, we really didn't have to do much at all. We honestly just bolted it up there, and like I said, the brackets just sat there. It sits perfectly in between these bars that are there from the factory, and that one was simple. The one up here, like I was showing you guys, we had to remove a bit of plastic here just to fit this one where we wanted without having to trim the grill. And we just put these kind of L brackets here and mounted it on the end, and like I said, we got it all tight here and whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the grill on in a second, but as far as the wiring, it does come, JDMaster has these relay kits, which are very simple. Like, all you do is put the positive to the battery, the negative to the battery, and it comes with a little relay kit. And it comes with this switch, which lets you know whether it's off or on. Of course, the red means off. Hit the green, and it means it's on. And as far as what this stuff looks like, I'll show you with the grill on, but it works awesome and flawlessly, and that's what we got. So anyways, let's throw that grill on and show you the finished product and how it looks. As for routing the wiring out of the grill here, we just ran them up here. There's already a nice perfect little hole here. It's a square hole that goes in there, and we just ran it up through, and that allowed us to have our wires come through and sit here. So we're gonna run all our wiring back here and also leave our plugs over here in case we have to work on anything or access anything. We don't have to take the whole grill off. We could just take off this access panel or even get behind it right here, and we should be able to get our hands in to get any wiring. So that's also a bonus. So once we pop this grill on, which Omar has ready here, pop it on, we don't have to take this off anymore unless we need to adjust it of something, but everything's tight, ready to go. That's it, just a few taps, make sure all those clips are in. Once they're in, that's pretty much it. So we'll tidy up the wiring, but this is what the finished product looks like from the front with the grill all installed. You can kind of see the light bars there, but just barely. They're pretty discreet. And then if we turn the light on, you can see everything shining through, and it works awesome. So this stuff's super bright. We'll get you some nighttime shots so you can see just how bright this stuff is at night, but it's pretty trick setup that we came up with here, and these huge light bars back there. So anyways, we're gonna finish up the wiring. We'll get this wire inside the cab and kind of zip tie everything, tidy it up nice, and show you the end result. And as for the remote, this is where we ended up putting the switch. So it's just right there, and that's how you turn it on and off, is just right here. You can see the red light when it's off, and then the light goes green when it's on. Pretty simple, pretty basic, and we wired them both up to the same switch. Okay, so we just washed it up real quick, and this is kind of what you see from the front. It is very hidden. I don't even know if you guys can really see that, but it looks pretty good. You can just ever so slightly see it in there, but it's pretty low key. And then if we turn it on, you want to hit that switch? We'll show you guys exactly what it looks like when it lights up. So this is just during the day, and then we'll get a video at night of how bright this stuff is. So it worked out pretty good, and I'm surprised we got those huge light bars back there. I don't think, I've seen other ones done where they had a smaller light bar at the top, but never that much. So we'll show you guys what it looks like at nighttime once it gets a little darker out, and that should be it for this video. So we're at nighttime, I think, and check out here. There's this black dark void in the distance. Omar's gonna hit the lights here. Yeah. So this is what it looks like here. I feel bad for whoever lives over there because check out how bright that is. It is lighting up that whole house over there. It is insanely bright. All right, kill him for a sec. We'll do it off and on. So that's off. And I'm gonna get blasted in the face here. All right, go. Jeez. And again, you can just see how bright it is up there. All right, cool. Kill it. All right, so thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did like it or enjoy it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It helps the video, it helps the channel grow. And also, any questions you guys have on that setup, be sure to ask them in the questions below. I'll be able to answer them as to the best of my ability, or I'll be able to get you those answers that you need. Also, all the equipment and the product that we use, I'll link it in the description below. Again, any questions, make sure you ask me and I'll try to lead you in the right direction. And at the same time too, how to remove that grill, check out the video. I should be able to link it right here. But check out my previous video. I show you how to remove that grill if you're curious on how to take it off without breaking anything. But that's pretty much it, guys. That setup is insanely bright. I'll do some subsequent videos so you guys can actually see the final results, maybe in a couple different scenarios, maybe with more of a long range shot so you can see how far it carries. We ended up doing another just test where it was going like almost a block away and it was lighting up a lot of different stuff. So it's pretty insane how bright it is. Even though there's kind of that honeycomb grill in front of the light bars, it still manages to throw light like no other. So I'm really impressed by it. That stuff worked really well. And at the same time, it's a very discreet setup, which is kind of cool too. So anyways, let me know what you guys think of that in the comments below too. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next video. Take care.